Okay, today's topic is about superficial fungal infections. Before that, let's review the structure or the anatomy of the skin. Basically, the skin is made up of three basic layers. There is a hypodermis, dermis, and the epidermis. Hypodermis is the innermost layer, and dermis is the middle layer, and epidermis is the outermost layer. Within these skin layers, there are different structures found. For example, the hypodermis is comprised of mainly adipose tissue, the fats, and the dermis, this is the layer which contains many structures because this is a layer of connective tissue. It has structures which support the skin. For example, it contains a hair bulb, or you can call it a hair follicle. There are arteries and veins for blood supply. There are sweaty glands for secreting sweat, and there are nerves. On the epidermis, you find the hairs, hair cells. This picture shows the layers of epidermis. Mainly, the epidermis is made up of 5 layers, arranging themselves in a peculiar way. Starting from inward going outwards, there is a stratum basal. This is the basal layer, followed by stratum spinosum, stratum granulosum. This one is made up of granules. So the layers in this layer is made up of cells which have granules. That's why the name stratum granulosum, because they are granules. Then there is a stratum lucidum, then stratum corneum, which is the outermost layer. The cells in the stratum corneum have arranged themselves in a way that they are very thin, and they are called corneocytes. They are dead and they are called corneocytes. Uh, all the layers are found within different parts of the body. For example, the soles and the palm. The soles and the palm have all the 5 layers of epidermis, but in other parts of the body there are only 4 layers. So what layer is lacking in the other parts of the body? That is stratum lucidum. This one is found only uh, in the palms and in the soles. Within the epidermis, there are different cells which functions or provide different functions. For example, there are melanocytes, which they function to produce they produce melanin. The melanin is a pigment, the dark pigment, which is secreted from melanocytes and is being distributed to the keratinocytes, which are the cells of the skin, the cells making up the skin. So melanin is the pigment which is used to protect humans or your skin from UV radiations. Other cells include macro cell, which acts as the antigen presenting cell in immune response. And lastly, those are the keratinocytes. Keratinocytes are made from the base, from the stratum basal, and when they are being made through cellular division, they migrate. While migrating upward toward the outermost layer, which is stratum corneum, they change their shape. They change their shape until to the outermost layer, which is stratum corneum. Here they become dead and are called corneocytes. Superficial fungal infections are defined as infections in which a pathogen is restricted to the stratum corneum with little or no tissue reaction. So these infections, they are mainly found or they are present or localized at the epidermis. They do not go deep. So these fungal infections are more common in hot climates and in immunocompromised or immunosuppressed individuals, such as the individuals who have HIV/AIDS. There are 2 categories of superficial fungal infections, and that include dermatophytosis, which is caused by dermatophytes, and yeast, which is caused by Malassezia and the Candida species. The following are the common superficial fungal infection examples. Those ones which are caused by dermatophytes include tinea capitis, tinea corporis, tinea cruris, tinea pedis, tinea unguium, tinea manum, and tinea incognito. So these examples, they are made according to the part of the body in which they affect. These fungal infections, they are called so according to the part of the body they infect. For example, tinea capitis, capitis, the caput, this is the head, so they infect the scalp. Tinea corporis, that is the body, the trunk, or the, yes, mainly the trunk. Then there is a tinea cruris, that is the groin, or the inguinal region. Tinea pedis, that is the feet. Tinea unguium, those are nails. So these fungal infections are the ones which are affecting the nails. Lastly is tinea manum, which affects the hand. Tinea incognito, this is the fungal infection which has been compromised by medication. You have used the medication for a long time, for example steroids. They become not easy to recognize. That's why they call them incognito. And lastly, the other group of fungal infection which are the yeast, there are two examples. There is pityriasis vesicalis, also called tinea vesicalis, and candida infection, or you can call them candidiasis, oral candidiasis and vaginal candidiasis. Thank you for watching, and let's go to another video.